emphasis on Jerome Baker. He was all over the place last week with double-digit tackles and a sack. It's the Seahawks and the Giants, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, it's been seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago. 21 carries, 73 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down.
You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility, and we walked past the defensive meeting room, and what did it say over the door? Rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be, and they've been very successful with it.
Opening drive set.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
They'll try for the first with Walker. Shifts past him, and he is going to have a Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got the lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Walker with another carry. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 42.
Quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll fake it. Now Smith.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And not much running room. Down to the 32.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Throwing now is Geno. Left side here, that's the tight end fan. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants, but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
Well, start out here with option left. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. We'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Throwing Jones.
As this complete to Daniel Bellinger.
And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Now Jones.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Giants in a disappointing 0-4 through the first month of the year. Yeah, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
Devin Witherspoon takes him down defensively. From the 46, here's the 2nd and 8.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
The short throw pulled in by Bellinger.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Jones.
Another pass complete to Bellinger. And he will have a Giants first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Jones working in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
And he remains perfect on this opening drive. Charles now 5 of 5 and another first down to work with.
He's like one of those great shooters in basketball that has his rhythm, has his confidence, and he doesn't think anything is going to miss right now. As far as he's concerned, he's going to be perfect the entire game, and who's to say that it won't happen the way he's throwing it right now.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Now a 2nd and 10. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter. 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Right back to Singletary on 2nd down.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And this offense on 3rd down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Singletary.
Well, he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Singletary, they'll run for it.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go right back to Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Jones.
And a quick throw here that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Devin Singletary, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. You get down this deep, Charles, you hate to settle for a field goal. They roll the dice on 4th down, really just hoping to get that first. But as it turns out, they take it all the way into the end zone.
You mentioned that they took a little bit of a gamble there. Think about it this way. Most teams throw the ball in this situation in the NFL, so they really gambled with a running play, and boy, did it pay off. Pay dirt.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker and the Seattle offense.
Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season. Right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and of course it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, they get downfield and create extra blocks.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes.
The first catch of the ball game there from Metcalf, and a first down to boot.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Geno down to throw. Flushed out right.
Oh, he's got a little down. And Smith able to move the chains before sliding down.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Now a handoff to Charbonnet.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's...
And Gary's man complete. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have regained the lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had to quote it back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. It's almost like one of your turkey bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A give up the middle to Singletary. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Singletary here running out of the gun. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw brought in by Bellinger. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Giants first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
Giants first down.
Defense, one stop. I believe in you, D. I believe in you.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Singletary again. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Jones now throwing on first down. His throw at about the 5. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got it. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to... And we'll take it in for a Giant touchdown. Daniel Jones keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Giants have taken the lead.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point.
but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
To throw is Smith.
As it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now Gino on first down. And lets it fly for Lockett.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Gino.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Darius Slayton and the rest of this offense about to begin their next drive.
Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball, all right? When guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, they're going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball at that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. Back to throw again. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now Jones. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Jones.
And wisely to throw that one away. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds. And now 4th down. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Gano's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and it blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
Now Jones, so the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Smith now to throw. They'll lock him with a grab over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. They work now on 2nd and 9. And Walker once more. And his defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. That's complete to Robinson.
And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a third down gain of 4.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. This is taken at the 23. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Straight ahead, Walker.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Good strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center that knows, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can click and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. And they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On the counter, this is Singletary. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
Back to throw. Jones. That is caught. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that one results in 35 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 29.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
On the give, this is Singletary. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Now a toss to Singletary running to the left.
To about the 26 here.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
10 yards, good for a giant 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. They'll try and run for it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Singletary. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Devin Singletary, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now?
Oh, wide open, complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. 64 yards.
Boy, of all the guys on the field to lose track of. How do you lose track of him? I think even he was surprised at all the space he had. You just hoping your quarterback sees you in that spot. Fortunately, he did, and it leads to a gigantic play.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now Smith.
He completes this to Walker.
The nice footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Now Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
LaVisca Chenault.
A 9-yard touchdown ground.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
This time, the extra point up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
A short throw pulled in by Bellinger.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Back to throw. Jones.
Short throw pulled in by Bellinger.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And out now come the Seahawks.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
From the 34-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
From the gun, here's Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8, so logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
He's got his big tight end, Fan. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Smith throwing again. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Jordan Phillips in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. To return is McKenzie. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And New York set to take the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
He's got Bellinger.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now Jones.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Something of a rare incompletion. I remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was what's commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
This is taken at the 18. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Run past the 30-yard line there.
56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down and 3. And going right back to Walker.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
From the gun on third down, Smith. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. McKenzie now to return it.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they can afford to go without.
But the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Forced out to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing Jones.
A short throw pulled in by Bellinger.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sent back at the 38.
William Maffei
In there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Here's Smith. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Smith to throw.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Gets this complete to Smith and Jigba.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Smith's going to throw it.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
80 seconds remain. 2nd and 10. Smith.
That one complete downfield to Estridge. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Again, Smith. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team right.
No doubt about it.
But he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year.
Here we go, hey.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants.
And say what you want about Lumen Field here in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league when you're on the road.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed a stadium to keep the noise in, and it works.
But not in this one. They were able to somehow come in here and get that victory. So for the Jets, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.